All right, guys, I've got my Heritage Rough Rider here, um, and I'd like to just discuss and touch on the topic of the safety. It is unloaded currently. Um, of course, this one looks a little bit different than I'm sure what you're used to seeing. These are the original handles. The ones I got initially were polyurethane. They say it's a rosewood. It was not. It's actually plywood, uh, plywood scales. So what I did was I stripped all that finish off and I stained it and did at least 8 coats of true oil. And it just turned out great. The feel in the hands much better. The finish they had was satin. Now hear me out. Not a huge fan of satin on pistols. It slides around in my hand a little bit too much. A little bit more gloss. I knocked the shine off a little bit. It's probably slicked up a little bit more just from me handling it so much. But it actually sticks in your hand better, and I like the way that feels. I do a lot of trapping. I take this gun on the trap line with me all the time. It's proven to be a very reliable, durable gun. It is not top of the line by any means, but I haven't had it mess up on me yet, essentially. I mean, I've thrown it around. It's in my backpack. It's in my pickup truck. Bumping down the road. I've shot tons of rounds through it. The ammo that it likes the most is the Remington Gold, which, oddly enough, these are my least favorite appearance-wise. But, no, I've gotten really good groups with it. I've dialed it in. I want to do future videos on the appearance, the aesthetics. You can see here how the frame is actually aged. I did all that myself as well. All in all, at the time I bought this, I think I paid $150 for it. You really can't go wrong. But anyway, let's talk about the safety and my thoughts on why this is a great gun to buy and the safety is a great feature to have. All right, guys, so you see the pistol here. Man, I mean, the video quality doesn't really do it justice. I love how this turned out aesthetically. I'm just super pleased with it. I've messed with a lot of stuff, like the front sight I actually made brighter so I could see it better. Like I said, did the grips, did the actual frame. Everything turned out really pretty, but let's go ahead and take a look at this safety. If you're not familiar, the Heritage Rough Rider safety is on the rear left-hand side here. Flick it down to operate. Red is dead. So that's your safety off. But the aspect of having a safety on a single action seems a little bit ridiculous at first, given that you have to actually draw the hammer back every single time in order to fire. So, you know, at first glance, your hammer isn't cocked back, you don't have to worry about it firing. Well, that's not always true. You can see here the hammer, and you can see the pin down there. I'm trying to get it in the light. With the safety off, the hammer actually rests on that pin. Just like that. And what that does is if this hammer got bumped or the gun got dropped or just a sharp punch on the back of that hammer, it could cause that round in that chamber to go off on you in whatever direction the gun is pointed at that time. Now, I feel like it's a rare occurrence. You know, it wouldn't necessarily happen if you had it secure in a holster, but maybe it could. So in that sense, a lot of the old black powder revolvers, a lot of the single action armies or single action revolvers in general, what guys would do is load their rounds in and actually skip a chamber in order to rest the hammer on that empty chamber. So they're basically carrying only 5 rounds, not the full 6. So fast forward to where we're at now. and you have the Heritage Rough Rider here with a safety, albeit not traditional. I can appreciate being a traditionalist, certainly. There's just certain guns I have that I wouldn't want modified or anything. But what a nice feature to have. What a really nice feature to have in the field, and what a great way to have that extra round in there. And sometimes I need that. See, I don't need, for my uses, being on the trap line, I don't need a stacked magazine. And sometimes I do need more than, 5 rounds. 6 would be perfect. So for my uses, it's great. For kids, it's great to teach that safety on, safety off. The gun in general is awesome. And, I'm planning on doing a video and doing a review to post just to show my thoughts on performance, as well as some of these upgraded features you can do yourself at home with little to no money invested at all. But like I said, in general, you cannot beat this gun. There's gobs of videos on YouTube about them for a reason. They're a lot of fun. They're very reliable, very sturdy, and they don't break the bank. And, if you get yours and you don't necessarily like the way it looks, you can always do some modifications. Of course, they have aftermarket grips and whatnot. I didn't want to spend the money on something I didn't like if I can't test it out myself. So that's why I decided to go with these, using the original scales and just dressing them up a bit. But yeah, any questions, any comments I can help anybody out with. If you guys want to see me do a video of testing the accuracy of this, I've got this thing dialed in to 20 yards, typically punching a hole about a 2-inch bullseye. It really took a little bit of work to get it dialed in, but I finally got it right, and she shoots great. I will be posting a video in the future as well of me hunting squirrels with it, hopefully, if the weather holds up. But yeah, great gun, great feature to have, to be able to carry all 6 rounds safely, and you really can't beat it.